Technology has made us more sexually adventurous, yes, but has it made us more emotionally literate? Have we evolved in the way we listen to each other, or have we just gotten better at escaping depth under the illusion of choice? The brutal truth is, many people are more intimate with their porn search history than their partners. Many women know the rhythm of their vibrator more intimately than the emotional rhythm of their soul. Many men can find a naked stranger online in seconds, but can sit in silence with a crying lover. This isn't a judgment. This is an autopsy. We are dissecting what intimacy has become, not to condemn it, but to face it. To sit with the discomfort of knowing that while we celebrate sexual freedom, we've become terrified of what sex asks of us: presence, vulnerability, responsibility, emotional depth, consistency. Because these things require maturity, and maturity doesn't trend well on social media. It's not sexy to say, "I want to understand you." It's sexy to say, "Come over." But eventually, the dopamine crash comes, the high fades, the orgasms become forgettable, and you're left with a question you can't ignore. Why am I still empty? In this silence, many women begin to awaken, not in rage, but in clarity. They stop blaming men or patriarchy or even themselves. They begin to see that sex is not the enemy, but neither is it the solution. That intimacy can't be manufactured through constant touch without truthful presence. That sexual freedom is meaningless without emotional sovereignty. That consent is only the beginning, not the climax of meaningful connection. And from this place, she begins to make decisions not from wounds or trends, but from deep self-respect. She may still explore. She may still have casual sex. She may still chase wildness. But she does it from a place of knowing, not needing. From ownership, not confusion. From fullness, not performance. And in that, the whole world begins to change. Because when a woman stops seeking approval through her body, she becomes dangerous to every system built on her shame. She becomes obscene, not because she's vulgar, but because she's unashamed. She doesn't hide her hunger, but she doesn't let it rule her. She doesn't perform for validation, but she doesn't apologize for pleasure either. She becomes something no algorithm can predict: a soul that desires with wisdom, a body that says yes with awareness, a heart that doesn't confuse chemistry with connection. This is what sexual maturity looks like. Not moral purity, not endless experimentation, but the integration of both shadow and light. The knowing that sex can be sacred and messy, beautiful and mechanical, nourishing and hollow, depending on why we're redoing it and who we're re-being in the process. And maybe that's what the digital age is trying to teach us. Not that sex is bad, not that monogamy is obsolete, not that polyamory is superior, but that without emotional intelligence, all of it becomes noise. Without introspection, all freedom becomes chaos. Without spiritual grounding, even the most progressive sex becomes performative theater. So, as we move forward in this era of sexual abundance, we must ask not just what we want, but why. Not just who we sleep with, but what we awaken. Not just how many lovers we have, but whether we've ever truly made love with ourselves first. Because, in a world obsessed with touch, the rarest form of intimacy is to be fully seen, and the deepest obscenity, to live unseen, untouched, not in body, but in soul.